Hi, my name is Marty Duck, and I am the CEO, President of Let Us Be Organic Team 3. We are an organic restaurant that basically specializes in ethically derived food. The basic concept of what we aim to do, first of all, this is our logo here. What we aim to do is to create a restaurant that basically, as I said, ethically derives the ingredients for our food. For instance, our beef would be sourced from only local farms that will basically be open range, grass-fed beef only. The chicken, fish, vegetables would be sourced from very similar type places with the same type of standards. The way we differentiate ourselves from the competition is that basically when you go into a regular restaurant in the Atlanta area, there usually is a healthy option to choose for. Okay, but at Let Us Be Organic, most of the options are going to be not only healthy, but they're going to let you know that the ingredients for your meal were sourced ethically in a way that it protects the consumer from doing damage to their community or their environment, which is a standard that your common restaurant does not enforce. Basically, we have found that in the past 10 years, the sales in the organic food industry have gone up each and every year. You can reference this chart on in our write-up. Basically, the green shows that each year, the blue is the amount that it increased per year, but on the green it shows for the past 10 years, every year that the demand for this type of restaurant or this type of food has gone up every single year. We also created this write-up. You can reference this one in our write-up as well, but this shows the reasons why the demand has gone up. That people are basically, we start from the reasons at the top, and this is basically a chart that shows that for health and for better life experience and for protection of the environment are primarily the reasons that people are seeking to eat healthier. But basically what we've established is that there is a demand for healthier eating that also protects the environment, and we want to capitalize on that demand. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Bianca, who is the Chief of Operations. She's going to explain that.
Hi, I'm Bianca, the Chief Operating Officer here at Let Us Be Organic. Here at Let Us Be Organic, I'm in charge of the strategic planning, the operating cycle, and the regulatory and legal issues. Basically, here at Let Us Be Organic, we want to make sure our guests come back for numerous visits and that they enjoy their dining experience. Typically, at our full-service restaurant, customer service is number one on our list. We want to typically get the guests in 5 to 7 minutes, get them seated, give them 5 to 7 minutes for greetings and drink orders. And after drinking orders, we want to take 10 minutes and go ahead and get their food orders as their request. The kitchen should have appetizers out on the table within 5 to 7 minutes after ordering. And typically our entrees will take about 10 to 25 minutes to prepare depending on the entree that is being presented to the guests. Our ingredients are fresh to order. We order here from different farmers in Atlanta, Georgia. Here in Atlanta, we have farmers by the name of Crystal's Organic, located in Newnan, Georgia. That's where we get majority of our vegetables. Also, here at Moore's and Friends Farmers Markets, we get most of our meats from there. Also, one of our main concerns here at the restaurant is regulatory and legal issues. We want to make sure that we have all the proper inspections done, the proper licenses and insurance for our guests and employees as well. One of the main documentations we have to start off is our occupancy, is our certificate of occupancy, making sure that we know how many guests can be in the restaurant at all times and make sure that we're not exceeding our limit of guests. Also, we have to have a food and wellness inspection to make sure we're ready to open the doors and that we have provided clean setup and clean dishes and furnishing for the guests here at the restaurant. We also want to make sure we have insurance for all guests, making sure that if anything happens to our employees or our guests while here on the premises, we have insurance that will cover them. I think I've covered everything. I'm gonna now pass it on to El Gordo, our CFO.
Thank you. I'm gonna be talking about the two most important points of the financial part of the restaurant. In order to open the restaurant, we need $260,000. We're gonna have that money from investors and from two bank loans. The restaurant will be generating money by selling four products, which are appetizer and dessert. Each with the price average price of $5.99, average cost of $1.80, and a contribution margin of $4.19. We're gonna be selling dishes. The average cost of the average price is gonna be about $16.99. The average cost of each dish is about $5, and a contribution margin will be $11.90. And drinks. The average price of drinks is $2.99, and we'll be making $2.09 for each drink the rest we sell. In order to reach the break-even point, we have monthly. The restaurant has to have at least 2,374 customers, assuming that each customer buys a drink, a dish, a dessert, and appetizer, generating a profit of $22.36. That would be the contribution margin for each customer. Little Big Organic will be expecting to make monthly at a $25,000 profit, or on operating earning. How we gonna do that? We have to sell $100,000. That's gonna be the net sales. Cost of goods sold about $20,000. Fixed cost no more than $40,000, and variable cost no more than $15,000. Trying to keep this cost as lowest as possible. Now I am gonna introduce Brittany John, who is the CMO. Thank you.
Hey, marketing is very important for restaurants to draw in customers, and Let Us Be Organic is going to implement 2 different advertising strategies to help raise our awareness. The first one being online campaigns such as Google and Facebook, and we're going to do those on a pay-per-click basis. We also think that this will be very beneficial for our restaurant because social media is rapidly growing, and Google Ads will run continuously each month. And we will decide to use quote-unquote healthy terms that can be searched, and we'll definitely update those terms as often as we need to. And the way we'll go about testing it will ensure us that it is effectively working for our company. The next strategy will be a street sign spinner, which is an employee that's going to be standing out waving a sign to attract pedestrians and street traffic during the peak traffic times. We think that'll be an easy way to get people pulled in, try out our restaurant, and it's not very costly, so we think it'll be a good approach, especially at startup. Of course, it is a little difficult to determine the efficiency of the method, but we definitely want the restaurant to be noticed, and we think that's the way to get our name out there. We do plan on spending approximately $600 every month on these 2 strategies, maybe implementing more strategies, the more we go along, the bigger we get, the more revenues we're bringing in. You can check out our write-up to see the examples of the Google ad and the Facebook ad that we will have. And I'm going to turn it over to Brian Suthoff, our Chief of Technology.
Hey everybody, my name is Brian Suthoff. I'm the Chief of Technology. And I'll be talking to you about the building that we chose and the technologies that we're going to implement in the building. So the building we chose is at 787 Boulevard Avenue Northeast. Actually Edgewood Avenue Northeast. It's at the Boulevard and Edgewood intersection. And this is it. It's a corner lot. It used to be Edgewood Pizza, but it's been closed down for a while, so we're going to take that over and then take over the second lot because they kind of connect, and that gives us a big corner lot for the restaurant in a very busy part of Atlanta, a very up-and-coming busy part of Atlanta, the old 4th Ward, where they're going to add the new rail system and everything. So then inside this restaurant, it's already got some kitchen stuff since it's a pizza place, but we're going to have to replace a bunch of the ovens because they're just pizza ovens, so we're going to have to get some cooktops. We're going to have to get probably some new appliances in there, any kind of appliances that we need to better our restaurant and make our restaurant work. And the way we're going to go about this is probably going to restaurant auctions in the Atlanta area. This is the best way we'll be able to find cheap. We're probably going to go used because used is usually cheaper, and you can find good used kitchen appliances from closed down restaurants and things of that nature. So then the technology we're also going to implement is the POS system we're going to use is called Sinah. It's SINAH, and it's powered by Aldelo, ALDELO. And Sinah is a very good POS system. It's very easy to use, user-friendly, touchscreen. It's multilingual. I've used it before. It's very customizable. We'll be able to put our menu on there. We'll be able to change it daily since our menu may change daily. Another thing that we're going to implement is called OpenTable. Now, OpenTable is something that you can use online to reserve spots at your restaurant. So we're going to use it to open reservations. So we'll have an OpenTable reservation system as well. So at the hostess stand, she'll have a little computer that'll have the restaurant layout and the tables that are available, and people can go online and they can reserve a table for themselves, and then they can rate the restaurant and they can find out about the restaurant online. And so with all these things, we hope to make Let Us Be Organic be the new #1 spot in Atlanta for eating and for organic eating. And we hope you enjoyed our presentation.